Google's John Mueller just admitted something that changes how your entire domain gets scored. There is a page type sitting on your website right now that you did not create, did not approve, and probably have never looked at, and Google is using it against you. Most business owners have hundreds of these pages in Google's index today. Type one search into Google in the next 30 seconds, and you will know whether yours is one of them. Here is the deal. Mueller and Martin Splitt just confirmed on the record that indexed internal search result pages, the ones your own site search bar generates, can become a site-wide quality problem. Not a page-level demotion, a whole domain drag. I am going to show you the exact quote, prove it live on a real Shopify store and a real WordPress site, give you the robots.txt line that fixes it in 60 seconds, and end on the one warning Mueller buried in the same conversation that nobody else is covering. Skip that last part and you will think you fixed the problem when you did not. First, what Mueller actually said, his exact words. If you let people search for things that are totally irrelevant to your website, and your search results page includes those terms and it is indexable, Google will treat it as a quality issue. Full stop. Read the sentence twice. The mechanism is dumb and it is brutal. A spammer opens your site search, types cheap Viagra overnight delivery, hits enter, and your platform generates a fresh URL with that phrase burned into the title, the H1, and the body. Google's crawler finds it, Google indexes it. Now your domain has a page selling pharma from your URL in your brand. The pharma keywords are the classic example, but Splitt also mentioned adult keywords and phone numbers being burned into ghost URLs. Any spammable phrase works, and the attack costs literally nothing to run. A single script hitting your search endpoint 1,000 times a day can seed your entire domain with content Google will happily index against you. Do it 10,000 times, and Google's own systems may flag your site as hacked inside Search Console, even though nothing on your server was ever compromised. Splitt added a second dimension. Some search implementations spawn infinite crawl paths through autosuggest and did you mean links. Google's crawler chases them. Your server bleeds. Your crawl budget goes to pharma pages instead of your product pages, and the quality score for your whole domain gets dragged sideways. Now the proof. 60 seconds. No tools. No login. Open Google. Type site : your domain, space, in URL : search. If anything comes back, those are the pages Google has indexed from your search bar. Then run site : your domain, quote Viagra unquote. If a single result appears, you are looking at exactly the quality problem Mueller described. Not me telling you, Google telling you. The three queries you actually want to run, site : your domain, in URL : search, site : your domain, in URL : Q equals, and site : your domain, in URL : filter, or in URL : sort, or in URL : page equals. Between them you cover the search box, the parameter variants, and the faceted nav leaks. 60 seconds, 3 copy pastes. I ran the same check on real production sites while writing this video. I hit Allbirds, a major Shopify store, and pulled their robots.txt. It blocks /search cleanly. Allbirds is a store that knows what it is doing. Then I ran the pharma attack on a major WordPress site. The URL returned HTTP 200. There was no X robots tag header, the meta no index was present, and the word Casalis was rendered inside the HTML body of the response. A live page on a real site with the pharma keyword baked in. The no index tag saved that specific site from being indexed. Most sites do not have it. Now the money framing. If you are running a Shopify store doing $100,000 a year, a 10% site-wide traffic drag from an unclean index is $10,000 in gross revenue you never build. If you are running an agency and one of your clients starts leaking these, you are the one on the call explaining a core update that never happened. And if you are a solo operator building a personal brand site with a search box, your own domain quality is your moat, and Google just described a knife somebody can quietly slide into it. Now the default betrayal, the reason this is a passive vulnerability instead of a mistake you made. Shopify, WordPress, Squarespace, Wix. Most e-commerce and CMS platforms ship internal search unblocked out of the box. You did not turn crawling on, it is on. WordPress fires $s equals. Shopify fires /search ? Q equals. Every one of those URLs by default is crawlable and indexable unless somebody at some point went in and closed it, and nobody did, because your web developer built the site in a weekend, launched it, and never audited what the search bar was leaking. Your SEO agency, if you have one, is auditing your target keywords, not the 10,000 ghost pages the platform is auto-generating in the background. And Google just told us those ghost pages count against you. Here is the fix, and it is not a retainer. 6 lines. Open your robots.txt. Add user agent star, then disallow/search, disallow/* question mark s equals, disallow/* ampersand s equals, disallow/* question mark q equals, disallow/* ampersand q equals. Covers Shopify, WordPress, and every major variant. Upload it to your domain/robots.txt. Done. You just close the door. I built the exact snippet on camera, wrote it to a file, 60 seconds start to finish. The entire fix, not a plugin, not an audit, not a call with an SEO agency. 6 lines. If any of that just saved you a Monday morning, hit subscribe. I break down one of these every week the same day the story drops. Now the part nobody else is covering, and the reason I made this video. Mueller said something in the same conversation that got skipped in every recap I have read. He warned that even after Google starts algorithmically suppressing the spam pages from search results, do not assume the underlying quality issue is fixed. Read the sentence again. Google filtering the bad pages out of the SERPs does not reset your domain's quality score. The signal persists. And if you already got the Search Console notification that your site is hacked, chances are it was this, not a breach. The panic is manufactured. Check the flagged URLs first before you page your developer at midnight. 2 things follow from that. 1, if you have been leaking these pages for months and you are watching your organic traffic drift down with no algo update to blame, this is a candidate cause, and cleaning it up is the first move, not the last. 2, cleaning it up is a 2-step job, not 1. Step 1, block future indexing with the robots.txt lines I just gave you. Step 2, remove what is already indexed, because if you only do step 1, Google keeps the historical spam pages in its index and keeps grading you on them. Here is step 2, log into Google Search Console. Go to the Removals tool. Submit your search URL pattern as a temporary block, removed from results within a day. Then use the URL inspection tool on the worst ghost URLs and request removal from the index, between the robots. TXT block and the Search Console removals. You have severed both the future leak and the historical inventory. The quality signal will start to lift as Google recrawls and rescores. How fast is it going to move the needle? I do not have a Mueller quote on the recovery timeline, and I am not going to pretend I do. The goal is that the drag lifts as your index page inventory returns to just the pages you actually own. The story stops being a technical fix and becomes a competitive one. If you clean up on Monday and your competitor never watches this video, you spend the next 6 weeks pulling ahead in a race they do not know they are running. The window between a Google office hours drop and the moment agencies catch on is short. Small operators move faster than incumbents every single time. It will not appear in a Search Central blog post next week. Your competitors are going to keep leaking pharma pages from their search bar and wondering why their traffic is soft. You have the fix, you have the audit, you have the exact lines. Take the 60 seconds today, move first, move today. The whole game. If you want the robots.txt snippet, the 3 Search Console audit queries I run, and the removals playbook I use when I take on a new client site, all of it lives in the Church of SEO Jesus, my free school community. Free to join, link in the description and the pinned comment. Everything from these videos, the prompts, the checklists, the workflows, sits inside for members. Come get it before the next Google office hours drops another one of these and your competitors get there first. Next up on my channel, I am breaking down the exact audit I run on every new client site the first day I take them on. Watch it next.